We're going to have the National Series from the Brickyard. We're heading to Brickyard, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, for the running of the Indiana 250. Now, from when I last checked, the playoff grid seems to be very set, pretty much. There's only one driver that could make it in. There's two races left to the playoffs for the National Series. Got tonight here at Indy, the next Saturday night at Las Vegas. And if GU, who's the driver of the 22 car for Team Penske, pretty much, if he shows up to the next two races and wins one of those two races, that means NASCAR man will be eliminated from the playoffs. But if this is what I suggested, either if GU doesn't show up to any races, the NASCAR man is safe to make the playoffs. And I believe I can join now, so let me hold on real quick. Alright, there we go. Gonna load up and head to the Brickyard. But like I was mentioning, if NASCAR man shows up, if neither of those drivers, if neither NASCAR man nor GU show up tonight, or well, it looks like NASCAR is going to show up tonight. But if NASCAR man doesn't show up to Las Vegas, and GU doesn't show up tonight or Las Vegas, then NASCAR man is safe to make the playoffs. If GU shows up to either one of the races and wins, that means he will be in the playoffs, and NASCAR man won't, even if he shows up to both races. So, most of the spots are locked in. Just that one last spot is left to make it to the championship, to make it to the playoffs. Contend for the championship, I should say. And since we're talking about NASCAR man here, we're going to ride with him in the 7 car, because he's the talk of the playoffs right now. He's the last driver in on points, and right now he has 2 races left to compete for the championship that he was so consistently able to compete for last year. So he hasn't had the season that he wanted to have this season, but I think if he makes the playoffs, I call that a good season, even though he hasn't had finishes he deserved, and not be able to compete for wins, such. But NASCAR man's going to be one of those drivers that's going to be tough to beat, possibly based on consistency. But he's got his teammate Predator in the 9, who he can lean up onto, and GT Jones in the 5, who he'll be leaning up against. Because you got Predator here in the 9, who I believe clinched the regular season title, so that means he gets an additional 15 playoff points. And if I remember correctly, he had a total of 38 playoff points, so add 15 to that, he'll have a minimum of 53 playoff points when the postseason begins. At the Wobble. No, Richmond, my bad. The Wobble's after Richmond for the National Series, send in for the Cup Series. But Predator will have a minimum of 53 playoff points heading into Richmond. I say he's probably a lock to make it to the championship 4 unless he doesn't make any mistakes. And Predator got his 2nd win last time out of Darlington, so he's right on the way from momentum here, getting that win at Darlington, holding up Weasel and Incog to get that 2nd win of the season. How about Predator? I just realized he's won 2 of the Crown Jewel races. He won at Daytona earlier in the year, and he won last week at Darlington. Maybe he could make it 3 for 4 and win here in Indy. That'll be interesting to see. And we're coming to the end of NASCAR E3, ladies and gentlemen. At least 2 to 3 more broadcasts on the Checkered Flag PSO NASCAR League YouTube channel for NASCAR E3, because we got 2 more National Series races, and possibly tomorrow night we'll have a broadcast for the last race on Cup Series racing here in NASCAR E3. And it's also the 1-year anniversary of the league, the YouTube channel being formed, so to speak, because these 2 races, the National Series and Cup Series here at the Brickyard, were the 2 races that were first broadcasted on this YouTube channel. So pretty cool to come back to a track, celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the YouTube channel. And this channel's grown a lot over the years, so glad to see everyone at least tuning into the races, watching the races, and spending some time with us, like me in the booth, and like Predator and Ryan Guy, who brought the Cup Series back to life, so to speak, this past Sunday night at Darlington. So really awesome to see. Now here's Ryan Guy in the 0 and Incog in the 42. Incog, who finished second, once again finishing second to Ryan Guy, not Ryan Guy, to Predator last week at Darlington. Ryan Guy in the 0, still looking for his first win of the season and his career. Same thing for Incog, as Incog's going to go to the inside here underneath him. It's our GT Jones there on the 5, who's got 3 wins on the season. I believe he's going to finish at least third in the regular season title picture. That means he'll probably get 8 playoff points heading to the playoffs. Well, Weasel will get 10 and Predator have 15. And Ryan Guy overdrove turn 3 there, and that is not what you want to do here in Indy. So Ryan Guy still looking for that first win. Same thing for Incog, and GT Jones in the 5 will always be always having the opportunity to compete for the win here tonight. So and the draft's also going to play a factor here as well down these long straightaways, because so GT Jones in the 5 gets a welcome out of 1 there. This is a quadruple turn track. I almost said road course, because it kind of treats like it kind of acts like a road course. But yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how these guys handle the race. That's my dog. Look at this battle. We got, oh boy, are they gonna go 3 wide into, oh, Incog got the wall there. GT, he's on the grass. Oh, he saved it. Oh my goodness. Whew. Man, I thought they were gonna go 3 wide coming out of turn 3 there. Whew. That kind of startled me. Well, I just read your comment, NASCAR Jack. Apparently, first of all, I don't know why you have 2 C's in the name Jack. That does not make any sense. But, you do you. And it looks like they're going to go 3 wide again, coming off turn 2. Well, we're riding here with Ryan Guy. You see GT Jones in the 5, working with Incog in the 42 to get around Ryan Guy to 0. And they fly by him. And also with the change of the game going from Heat 3 to Heat 4, that means drivers going to be in different rides coming in next season. Like Incog in the 42, he's not going to be in the 42 car in a couple weeks. When we head to Richmond, he's not going to be in the 42. GT Jones, he's not going to be in the 5 car at Richmond. He'll probably be in either the 1 car or the 8 car. I say the 1 car sometimes because of the sponsorship. The sponsorship, Pilot Flying J. It's the same sponsor that's on the 5 car he drives normally, and on the 1 car in NASCAR 3, see the NASCAR 4. So either that or he'll be in the 8 car. But we'll have to wait and see in 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks of Richmond. I tell you what, every day that ticks by for NASCAR 4 coming out, I get more and more excited because I can't wait. I'm impatient for this game to come out. I really am. I can't wait for NASCAR 4 to come out. If what I saw on the some of the YouTubers I've watched, oh my goodness, dude, the game looks so amazing. I'm an impatient little man. I might be 18, but I feel like a 10-year-old in a candy store, pretty much. Just read a couple more comments. I saw the NASCAR Jack person commented. He asked, he told me the CT is a meme. Yeah. And by the way, Brett Russ, I think you're KD, if I'm not mistaken, in the 47 car in the Cup Series. Personally, if that is KD, which I assume it is, I have no idea if the Cup Series is going to be broadcasted. I was surprised to hear last week that the Cup race in Darlington was getting broadcasted. So chances are the Cup Series race might be broadcasted tomorrow night. I'm not so sure. But the 2 people you're going to probably have to ask is Ryan Guy and Predator, because they were the 2 that broadcasted this past Sunday night. So they'll probably be the 2 drivers that likely broadcast the race Cup race tomorrow night. But if that's the case, then it'll be interesting to see the last race on NASCAR 3 for the Cup Series. What time is it? Alright. Well, since my guy's gonna hit pit road now, we're gonna go get some pre-race interviews in here real quick. And I was correct that Brett Ross was KD, so I got that right. I assumed it was KD, so because it looked familiar. But yeah, it's gonna be let's get Predator in here who won last week at Darlington. So gonna show his pretty little ride here. Right over here. There you are. Driver number 9, Chevy Camaro, who's the points leader currently in the National Series playoff standings. Not only in the playoff standings, but also in the regular season standings. And looks like he'll win the regular season title, get 15 extra playoff points, which is good for him. Which gives him pretty much like 3 extra wins, pretty much. And you probably take those 3 wins as I guess taking those 3 wins, fake wins, as 3 wins that he could have had on the season. Because he's had some luck this year. He might have won 2 races, but he's also had some luck. Bad luck comes his way. So I'm kind of the same way in the Cup side, but the difference between he and I is that he's able to win races, I can't. So, but enough talking about me. Let's get Predator in here real quick. And looks like my dog's about to go off here because she hears somebody outside my house. I think I hear him too, so my dog's about to tear up my house here in a little bit if somebody comes through that door. But waiting for Predator to join us here. I hear talking to the phone, so the Discord, so I do not know if I should be listening to that or not. I think once Predator finishes talking in the Discord, then we'll see if we can get him in here real quick. But yeah, back to what I was saying about. Oh, there he is. How are you?
Hey, S'mores.
You doing alright?
Yeah, just having some challenges with going from a controller to a wheel. So just working out the rust and just trying to get a faster car for tonight.
Well, entering this race, I believe, if I remember correctly, I think you have clinched the regular season title based on points, so that would be an additional 15 playoff points for you, so congratulations to you on that.
Thank you.
And I mentioned that he'll probably take those 3 wins as the wins that you should have won earlier in the year, but I would say that's probably about right. But
yeah, you know, just it's something, you know. I've had a lot of people say that I didn't deserve Daytona, just because anybody can win Daytona, and winning last week. I still have a lot of people saying, well, you didn't have the faster car, or you didn't have the car to win, you know, you had to block to win and whatever. I mean, it's the same thing. You know, you can't please everybody. You can't have everybody be like, oh, congratulations, you know. You're always gonna have those people that, you know, hate on you. But you know, what's gonna happen is, you know, when that banner is risen and I get the regular season championship shown, I think a lot of people are going to be like, well, you know, what did he do? I mean, you look, I've won like 18 stages. I've got 2 wins now. You know, I've consistently been up there, and you know, I'm proud to be the 2019 regular season champion. There's only one thing left that I got to do, and that's Homestead. I got to win Homestead.
well, Oops, sorry. But like you mentioned, people are still giving you crap about you won Darlington because you didn't have the best car, yada yada. But I would take this as a momentum boost because I just realized that even with the hated comments coming towards your way, but you wanted 2 of the 3 Crown Jewel racetracks, so maybe you could go 3 for 4 here tonight in Indy.
Yeah, Indy is one of my favorite tracks. I love Indy. As of right now, we're sticking with the steering wheel. If I don't feel comfortable after qualifying, I think I'm going to switch to the controller. However, I've been running a lot faster with the steering wheel. It's just I gotta find the right tuning for it and you know, knock that rust off.
Now, Indy is kind of similar to Daytona in perspective, but the difference is it's a quadruple ton track rather than a big wide sweeping 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So draft will probably play a factor in this race, especially down those long straightaways heading into turns 1 and 3. But are you plan to look at your teammates here tonight and try to go for the win yourself, or help one of them to win? What are you going to be doing with that tonight?
You know, well, last week, you know, my teammate didn't really help me out when I was trying to lap him and get a stage win, and he could have got his lap back after the stage. So it all just depends. You know, if teammates are going to work together, then have teammates work together. But I'm not gonna. I think we had this conversation at Daytona. I'm not gonna help somebody that's not gonna help me. So that's the way I look at it. So hopefully we can get up there, all junior motorsports guys, and you know, battle it out. I don't think it's going to be like a complete plate track. I think eventually somebody's going to break off. We saw that last year with Money. You know, he did an amazing job breaking away from the pack. So hopefully we have that car that can break away and hold everybody off and not have to worry about the draft. But if we do, you know, hopefully we can work with our teammates if they're willing to work with me and help me out. So it is what it is.
Well, good luck to you tonight. Hopefully you can get that get 3 out of 4 races won on the Crown Jewel tracks, and hope to talk to you again soon.
I appreciate it, Snorris. Have a good one. I appreciate you you broadcasting as always, and hopefully we can talk after the race.
Yes, sir. Alright, let me just check the time real quick. Alright, it's about the time where we're gonna cut off pre-race show. But by the way, I saw your comment. What was his name real quick? I saw a comment that made me chuckle a little. It was Clutch_22's comment saying he wants to watch, but the connection's so bad where he said, I'm not laughing. I'm laughing, and you're probably laughing, but I was laughing with you, not against you. But hopefully your connection, hopefully you can fix those connection bugs that you have going on, and hopefully you can join me back in part number 2, the 3-part live stream for the Checkered Nascar League here in Indy. And I will talk to y'all in a minute. Be back in a minute.